Can I get an L-O-L or a ha or LMFAO or ja, just say my name. I'm kidding. Okay. This is in the future. 2012. That's what time it is. A euro took me out. You'll know that in the future. Why? I'm kidding. What I will do is I'm still editing my videos. So I would rank day 28. I'm listening to it right now. Feastables. Yes, this is my first time ever trying Feastables for the first time. Enjoy that. That's near the end if you want to watch that. The rest of the first part is what I spent my time after the fact of getting my flu shot. Enjoy. You know the scenario. When you but I'm kidding. No. I got my shots. And I think when it hits 12 a.m.-ish and I laid in bed, I felt the air, the floaty devices feeling of like, there's like a and then I couldn't like lay on my side because of these things, which was kind of hard to sleep. But then in the morning a little bit, I was shaking a little bit because it was cold, obviously, but with the pain in mind, a little bit of pain, I was just like shuddering a lot. So I was like, I was like that, those little dogs. So I tried to cover myself up with more blankets, and then I felt more shaky because of that. But overall, after that, I'm gonna try to take a hot shower so that way I can feel better. Now I feel like the air has lifted from them, like when I lift it up, and it's like cold, but then like floating devices. Yeah. Wow, that was a burp. But hey, what did I do today? I feel like it's been a while since I made one of these videos, so I'm just gonna save that. But what did I do? Well, I know I'm gonna do when I get back home. I'm going to export my cop tutorial to Brigitte and then probably edit. No, don't edit my videos. Do I want to edit my videos? I might as well edit my videos. I'm not gonna be like weirdly sensitive about it, but I think because of how much time these are left in the month, I think I have to go for that. I think at the same time, not really. No, I'll do it. But what did I do today? Well, I drudgingly went to school, which is not a bad thing. I had this pulse headache in the back of my head that was like migraine inducing, and then my shoulders being like, meh, that's Shinoa. I see Shinoa, you didn't make it today. Anyhow. And then I went to projects and I made sure that the leads talk to one another. Because I think I'm just that glue. I'm that glue that'd be like, hey, here we go. Make sure you do this. I didn't do my project review with people. I might do that Thursday, which is fine. So people have like less bandwidth in doing things. But essentially, I think we're in a little rough patch when it comes to cutscene stuff and how that's implemented, and art asset stuff being implemented. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I've not been doing the thing that I've been assigned or told to do. What? Crazy. No. I feel like that's the only thing. No, there is this thing that they wanted me to do, was be like an art QA. I've not done that in a while. I've only done it for Rosie's like VFX. So like, hey, look at this. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. But otherwise, everything is going through Dylan and Sam, which is fine. And then any bugs that are being happened on the game is another crucial thing. So I have to do that Thursday. Then I had my meeting with Brigitte, and here's how that went. Honestly, with the speculation I had like beforehand to be like, oh, am I nervous? Like, is she gonna hate me for missing out? No. Actually, when she told me, when we sat down and ate grilled cheese sandwiches, chicken, and tomato soup, she was like, man, I'm glad you were missing me because I was also busy too. So I don't know, she's trying to make me feel good. Or however I do things. But essentially, she came up to me in my team space, so that was cool. And then she waved at me, so I'm like, okay. And then I got up, and then I'm like, okay, let's go eat. Like, I told her that I needed to eat, so then she said, okay, I also need to eat too. And then we both ate the thing that I said. And we had a general conversation about family members, and more specifically, her father is this astronomer, and he talks at these resorts, residence hotels, I'm guessing like ballrooms, I don't know, but she's made slides regarding the solar system for him to make, and he did it flawlessly, and it was all in French because she's French. And I thought Alpha Centauri for like, what is the closest star? And then as one of the questions. And it's crazy to think I didn't even know the closest star was the sun, because I made a whole slide deck about the solar system, my guy. Jeez, if our open world, so I don't know. But I reviewed with her my bridge and also physics for my vellum stuff, as well as texture stuff. And then my roadmap for the future endeavors is to now give her the laptop and make her adjust parameters and see if it's useful or not as a parameter, which I'll be good. Overall, I also asked if I could do a future independent study with her, and she said yes, like, you were the top priority since we were familiar with one another. And it's like, yay! And I feel like Chopper. And it gets much higher, higher. Can I get any higher? So high. I'm like, ah! Cause I feel like I need a sweet tea, but more or less that's what happened. And then I had a gusher thing, and then I saw Sasha sleeping on the couch, which is not a weird thing to say, but I'm just like, ooh, I hope she's getting the rest she needs, because it's tough sleeping. Otherwise, I think that's it. That was my day. What would I rank today? I would rank today as a solid A tier. I feel like, for what it's worth, I took a little like sleep break then exporting my stuff, but more or less I think it was because I had such a headache and arm pain that I was like, damn, that sucks. So hopefully now I have to worry about the impending anxiety that comes VFX class. Ooh, and that story, that'll be interesting when it comes about. Or not, I don't know. Maybe it's like horrid. Because it's the worst class right now for me. I thought I recorded the first time, but I didn't. But what did I get? Feastable. 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 Now for the Feastables, and I'm gonna actually give a good review. You know, I'm the connoisseur of Arizona teas and the ranks for those teas. You know me. Is that a vehicle? Whoop. A little bit this way. But I'm gonna rank them. Even with this headache right now, I will probably eat them today, like one bite, and then see progressively what's a vibe. I'm impartial. I'm fine with peanut butter. I'm fine with a chocolate. I'm fine with a crunch. I'm fine with an almond. Well, what is the best one? I don't know. I know Ludwig. I'm like, damn, everything is inspired by Ludwig. No. The one, you know, he did a taste test for the Mr. Beast chocolate milk, and he said, like, ooh, that was bad. We'll see how these chocolates are. Honest. I'll be like, okay. I won't do like a blind taste, but I'll be like, from my palate, do I like it or not? I'll do like an initial I just ate the air, bro. But no, I will do that. Crazy. Because I see them. That was the first time, though, that I saw the Mr. Feastables in front of me. And I was like, ooh, do I want in there? Okay, why I didn't get an Arizona tea is because I sort of was like, do I really want the gummy thing, you know, like the little strands to happen if I hold it for a long period of time? No. I'd rather get one can per day versus a lot of cans that sit in my apartment and then probably not get drinked, and then they develop the little phlegmy things, which I don't like. So that's me. Just me.
I can't wait to edit my videos. I think my videos are going to be very interesting to edit. But at the same time, I'm going to be like, yeah, that's great. Milk Crunch. Almond. Milk chocolate. Peanut butter. Initial impressions. I'm gonna try my favorite one first, which I don't even know what these taste like, but just from my experience, I can see a milk chocolate to be very smooth, like very milky. This is very plain. I think that would be like a number 3. A milk crunch. I like a good crunch, so maybe that can go first. And then almond, second. I like a nougat. And then a peanut butter, like I mentioned, could be very creamy on the inside, but very chocolatey on the outside. So that's my current favorite rank as of now, if I had to guess. But let's actually start off with the milk chocolate. Let's not taint ourselves here yet. We'll go peanut butter, milk chocolate, peanut butter, milk crunch, and then almonds. Right off the gate, I already feel the flex, like it's already broken. I might make this video into parts as well. How do I open it? There's not a clear indication of where to like tear, but I think you just hold it and then I just do this. And what you see is this. You see the feast bar. Or there's more, but it broke. So it's very... Let's hear the break. Okay. So, already the smell... There's a smell. It's not a bad smell. It's like a Nestle smell. It feels like. The break is like that. And it's very Play-Doh textured like. Melts in your hand a little bit. And it coats your teeth a little bit. It's not a lot. It has like the aftertaste of like the remnants. It is harder to chew than you expect. But it's not like a Nesquik. It's like a marshmallow. If a marshmallow was in a solid form. Like that type of gooiness. But it's a little bit harder. And a little milk residue. And there's like that throat coating in the chocolate where it's very, it settles in your gums type of chocolate or teeth. But if you really like chocolate, I would compare it to like a Hershey's Kisses sort of feel. Like when you like bite into a Hershey Kisses, if you've tasted that before, then this is what it's like. I'm gonna save this for tomorrow to see if my mind has changed. But what would I say right now for it? I would say the chocolate. I'm gonna write it in the back of a note of a sticky note. I would say the chocolate, the milk chocolate is currently a 6. A 6 out of 10. If I really, really like this chocolate, a 7 out of 10. I feel like because of how it coats your teeth, which I can feel like chocolate can coat your teeth. I just don't know. I don't know. I think I would not get this again. Yeah. Peanut butter. Which one's more rigid? Still don't know where to tear. But I will tear here. And we already see some new things. We see in the back here. This is what the vibe is. That's a peanut butter, it seems. And here's the break test. Let me do the break test again so you can just understand. So that was on me. If you like a Reese's cup, like a Reese's, it still has the Play-Doh like texture to it. And it's very, like you can see like the oily chocolate residue. This is what the peanut butter looks like. That was a break. Or that's from more or less my teeth. I think this is just chocolate. No, there's some peanut butter on the other side. Compared to the other one, there's more of a gumminess to it. Peanut butter. Like if I close my eyes and I took a peanut butter jar and I scooped it and then I put it in my mouth, that's the chocolate residue. Then I think this would be peanut butter. I would give this it's not the worst thing. I weirdly want to put the milk chocolate at a 5 out of 10 now. Not gonna lie. 5 out of 10. I probably want the Feastables one to be like 6 out of 10. And I only say that because I feel like it doesn't have the breakability. If it had the breakability of like the breakability that you heard before was from my teeth. But I think this is more or less like a peanut butter cup, then a chocolate. You're like, whoa, you're based off of that? Not only that, but I think it's more it's like a Play-Doh. So you saw the break. Like, as much as it was like purposeful, but it was very mushy in a sense of like how it held together. But that makes sense because there's peanut butter. Don't get me wrong. But I would say the taste is far more better than the normal milk chocolate. But if you have an allergy for peanut butters, then that's why it's still like low on the bar, etc., etc. I'm not trying to even put my own suggestible nature of like I like nougat stuff in the mix. I'm being honest. Like, if I hate the nougat stuff, I'll hate the nougat stuff. But would I get this again? I can imagine on a hot day, and if I wanted a peanut butter cup, I would want to eat that up. I'm gonna blow my nose, but I'm gonna get to the next one. Next one. Let's ride the rails and go with the almond one next. I also feel like the peanut butter drain. What do you mean over here? I don't have a peanut butter allergy, more to say, but I just feel like when you have like peanut butter sometimes and you just like feel it in your system and you're like, it's great. But when you have like chocolate just passes through. It's like, whoosh. So that's why I'm like, 5.5? No, I feel gut confident. The normal milk chocolate is a 5 out of 10. And then the peanut butter one is a 6 out of 10. Okay, almond. Already. Good chocolate. Backing. Like a Nestle Quick bar. Same aesthetic. Let's hear the break. Okay, that wasn't my bad. Okay, you heard there was a little break. But that makes sense because this is almond. I'm gonna taste it now. This one feels more drier. There's not a lot of dewiness. Like, you're not gonna get like the chocolate touch from it unless you hold it far more longer than a normal one. If you know a Nestle Quick, but it has more of an almond punch, if you had almonds before, this is the type of chocolate it seems like it is. It's more dry from the amount of almonds you get. If I had to compare it to almond covered chocolates to this, this is a little less than normal, like you just pop them in. But I think because since you have them like mashed together, that's why it's sort of lumpy. So it's a texture thing overall. There's like remnants of almond left in your mouth after you eat it instead of the chocolate coating your mouth. Like, I think that's why. Ooh. Oh. I felt the almond. I think this is why it's ranked so low. Because when you eat it, it coats your teeth. Like, immediately, like, it's like the, what is it called? The things at the dentist where, like, they mold your teeth. This is what that does. This one doesn't do it as much, but if you're not a peanut lover, then it's not going to be your thing. And this one doesn't have a good break. This is more like it semi-falls apart. But I would say compared to the milk chocolate and the peanut butter, they're in the same boat of how milky they are. This is sturdy. This is great. But I think the one thing is like the flakiness aftermath of the almond can leave a bad taste to your mouth on things. So I would probably rank it to not be biased, a 6. A 6 out of 10. If I was biased, a 6.5. But I would also say the almond is a 6 out of 10. And then the peanut butter. And then my dad wants to know what I'm doing. I'm doing this, but I'm going to, I guess, call it and see what he wants or something. I don't know. Yay. Okay. Final one, because I was about to just like sleep. The milk crunch. The anticipated one where I'm like, maybe I actually like this one. So currently, as it stands, the milk chocolate is at a 5, the peanut butter is at a 6, and the almond is at a 6. Okay. Backing is similar. Crunch test or break test. Okay. Same thing. Okay. Then no, this is more Nestle Crunch. It's still give me a nature, but you don't. There is milk, nougats, crunch in here, and you get like the tongue sensation of like a crunch if you've had them before. Very milk chalky. Not as much flakes. I don't feel a 7 out of 10 though. I think because of how the chocolate brick is made, maybe I'm more like biased to tasting like a, I don't know, I'm like a white chocolate guy. You know, that's the vibe. And with cookies and cream, ooh. I leave a sensation on your tongue. But I would say it's better than the other ones. I feel like the first one, the milk chocolate one, if you put it on the sun, it's going to melt, obviously, because it's a milk chocolate. If you have the peanut butter cup I think it will last longer, but it'd be more mushier. The almond one and the milk crunch one will be together. But I think the more flakier one is the milk almond one than the milk crunch one. So I would say the most cleanest one is this one. Now you eat it and it feels like, man, it is a milk chocolate bar. Would I get this again? No. But if I had to choose one, which one do I want? I would prefer the milk crunch one. But I would put it at a 6 out of 10. So overall, out of 40, it is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 out of 40. Hey Google, what is 23 out of 40? It doesn't understand. I can't use my phone, but you will see the number here. 23 out of 40 and how that percentage is. It did not exceed my expectations of what a Feastable bar is. But it was a good, cool thing to be like, hey, is it good? It's okay. Compared to other chocolates I've had. You're like, what are the other chocolates you've had? Well, I've had these like square chocolates with like the hold hand thing. I'll put up here. Those are by far currently what I'm into. Those other chocolates. But if I say like chocolate bar, I think I like a Milky Way cookies and cream Hershey bar. And the type of chocolate where it's like a ball and there's like a taste in there and it's like the wrapper and you eat it. And the thin mint bars where it's like you have like the bar, it's like a mountain or something, and then you eat it and you pop it in your mouth and you chew it and it's like minty. But yeah, that is me.